Assalamualaikum, terima kasih Bu Wid, moderator. Thank you very much. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. A very good afternoon. Allow me to speak in two languages, bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Inggris. Teruntuk Bu Lina, terima kasih banyak atas kesempatannya. Uh, pada sore ini. Just without further ado, let me start my presentations. Sore ini saya akan bicara tentang writing poetry in a second language, exploring multilingualism dan poetic identity. Oke, di tahun 2017 saya mulai memberanikan diri secara uh, pasarnya itu secara uh, terbuka untuk mempublish my first English writing. Kemudian saya melanjutkan studi saya ke negara Inggris, Bapak Ibu. Saya baca satu puisi saya yang pertama, yang kemudian saya presentasikan di salah satu galeri di situ, ya. So had I examined other poems, I would say it's different texture, flavoring, tuned. The rhyme matches the pulse, clarity forbid drowsiness. I have climbed all the seven stairs and turned off the sounds that might awake. Fallacy, ear close but cold fastens memory installation. I curve the body of poetry, this time the batter conjures, white like, mimic moton, as if my darling betrays. He hide behind the corpse of my second language identity. Puisi ini menjelaskan atau merefleksikan kegundahan para penyair amatir ya yang menulis dalam bahasa kedua ya yaitu saya menulis dalam bahasa kedua saya yaitu bahasa Inggris. Yang saya rasakan adalah ujung-ujungnya saya kemudian white mimic, meniru kaum kulit putih dalam kemudian saya mengerti bahwa oke, this is English, tidak merefleksikan identitas saya sebagai women, Asian women. Saya lanjutkan kemudian di perjalanan saya berhenti di kelas puisi saya. Waktu itu saya masih di Universitas Negeri Padang, Bapak Ibu. Jadi Bu Leni adalah salah satu mahasiswa saya. Makanya saya sangat terkesan bahwa Leni sudah sampai di titik ini gitu. Yeah, so once in my poetry class, one of my students keeps saying to me, "Ma'am, how could you write an English poem if you cannot sense and express your authentic inner feeling unless you wrote in your native language?" Bisa nggak, ma'am, kita merefleksikan diri sendiri, berkreasi secara belak-belakan kalau tidak dalam bahasa kita gitu. So how can the reader recognize you through your poem if you don't write your story in your language? Ibu, orang dari tahu mana kalau ibu tuh orang Minang, orang perempuan Minang, perempuan yang memegang falsafah Minang kalau ibu write in English. Dan those questions lingers and for years everybody sampai saya kemudian melanjutkan S3 saya dan kemudian saya berkecimpung di dalam secara praktis dan akademis dalam uh, puisi bahasa kedua. Dan kemudian pertanyaannya adalah, how can I develop my poetic identity by drawing on the multi-self attached to me as a woman, as a Muslim Minangkabau woman, daughter, wife, and mother in my second language writing? Bagaimana saya bisa bekerja keras untuk merefleksikan identitas poetik saya sebagai wanita Muslim, wanita Minangkabau dalam bahasa kedua saya. What role might multilingualism play in developing second language writing identity? And I work hard for that, ya. Dan saya memulai kemudian my creative practice journey bahwa menulis bahasa di dalam bahasa kedua tidak akan membuat Anda kehilangan identitas Anda sebagai orang Indonesia, wanita Indonesia, dan wanita Minangkabau seperti saya. So, just a bit about my practice-based research. Yeah. So this is started from the making of creative art, yeah. So along the 4 hours, selama 4 tahun saya kemudian berkecimpung di dalam practice-based research, ya. Kemudian to generate new knowledge and to process and to product. Tetapi kemudian I learned and I evaluate from the other poem. Jadi kemudian saya merefleksikan dan mengevaluasi karya-karya penyair Asia yang ada di sekitar saya. So, jadi begini kemudian my PhD based research. Jadi dalam konteks ini adalah the productions of memory poetry through critical and reflective investigation of Asian background women's poetry. So what are the key cores of your practice, Ma'am Winda? So the first one is a second language poetry and creative writing. Saya menulis dalam bahasa kedua saya, which is English, ya. And the layers is the autobiographical memory and identity. Saya menulis genre-nya adalah bahasa puisi memory, puisi autobiography, and kemudian I develop my identity. Kemudian di situ the key core is it multilingualism and postcolonial theory. So I divide my journey as a second language poem as for 4 layers: ya, mother daughter in Minang matrilineal society and a diabetes heritage, motherhood PhD and study abroad setting. Jadi 4 bagian dari autobiographical dalam hidup saya kemudian saya kemas dalam sebuah creative practice dalam bahasa kedua. Oke, kemudian and then kemudian saya juga mencoba bahwa the practice of multilingualism works for this autobiographical layer. So all uses of language are creative in the sense that they can draw on linguistic resources to express different perceptions of reality. So a poet of multilingualism, Herbert, synthesized the view that this kind of experiment in multilingual poetic is creating a world where any words can enter into any relationship. Yeah. Jadi multilingualism way of writing, position we as the second language writer. Ya, bahkan seorang penyair amatir saja bisa ya diberikan sebuah posisi ya untuk creating a world where any words can enter into any relationship. Oke, dan ini puisi saya yang pertama yang saya coba dalam bentuk bahasa kedua, tetapi kemudian ada sentuhan multilingualism di dalamnya. So the rainwater wipe cassava leaves, the drying soil leans on the guava tree. I hide beneath the green shadow, for the unborn fetus pour out of the darkness. Mother tear her last sonket, the false hope hounds the dying hours. Little knees hold their kingdom for the acres of paddy field. Sketch a buffalo head with pride. The greedy auntie smiles cunningly. Her days ahead kick off the victory. So the 3 canaries rose to ask a question for the anonymous story, forced them to leave their own nagari. So this is the first layer of my creative practice as a multilingual poet. Yeah, so I insert some words in my native language, yeah, to position myself, to position my poetic identity as a Minang woman, yeah, having a Minang identity. So it encouraged me to use multilingual expression to communicate my perceptions of reality to my reader. So I'm working in English. Yes, my second language. I don't only deal with the standard English, but my practice itself also depend much on creating ways to play with the language and to establish my second language, a voice writerly identity. Jadi ibu bapak saya memang bekerja dalam bahasa kedua, but I don't only deal with standard English. It depend much ya di dalam kreatif menulis saya kayak with the language, with the native language, yeah, also. So Dialogus heteroglossia yang saya cover juga sebagai kekuatan multilingual practice di sini ya. I introduce element of my first language directly into English without any translation at all. Opening up the dialogue between the languages, the integrating my first language in a second language cultures, and clearly elucidate my creative practice in a way in which the exploitations of cultural material endeavor to introduce novelty in my poems. Okay. Satu lagi puisi yang akan saya baca sore ini di dalam perjalanan kreatif praktis saya sebagai penyair dalam bahasa kedua. In her last days, mother murmured, words I could not comprehend. Lying quietly, she wept. Her tears resembled dewdrops, undetectable and odorless. I touched the tip of her hijab and discovered clamminess. The dialogue between us often evaporate. I know she would not tell me how it felt to ease two portions of pain, pain of lost and pain of loneliness. I can name them now clearly and bluntly. 3 months early, we had a serious conversation with a deep look upon my eyes and my belly. Maso tuo sanang de barana padusi. I didn't respond, but I listened to her echoing urge. I fear failure. I know she would tell me how to react when the midwife giggled the total line under the bleeding sheet. Batambah anak laki-laki nan kamaninggan nagari. So after what, we stopped trying and the door has closed. It's no use crying over spilled milk. Mother took off the golden dragon head ring and folded her sunken soul. She spoke about disconnection and dissolution, the explosion of despair. She didn't ask, but I know she would let me lay the shawl over her dead body. Puisi ini ya merefleksikan hubungan antara ibu dan anak perempuan dalam budaya Minangkabau, di mana anak perempuan adalah keberlanjutan ya di dalam rumah gadang. Dan ketika seorang anak gagal melahirkan anak perempuan, so it's ya sebuah memori kemudian datang, dan kemudian saya berusaha berjalan di dalam mempertahankan the track of the identity with the multilingualism untuk to educate my foreign reader, untuk mengajarkan kepada pembaca asing saya bahwa even though I wrote in second language and I am Indonesian and women poet. Okay, so referring to my practice, the existence of Arab and Minangkabau phrases between the dominant English is not simply literally two languages to everybody. So there are different social realities carried by this word. The simultaneous presence of the word is more than their simple existence. So the different realities being represented by this different language. I speak about the realities of the past and realities of the present. Puisi terakhir dari saya to reflect the multilingualism in my second language poetry. What if the second language can push me away from life complexity and bigotry? I don't deny, di mata tanah dipijak, di situ langit dijunjung. But the soil are swept, my feet are others, and I need more solidity to stay firm on the new ground. What if the second language take me to the gate of security and tranquility? Still I confessed, hujan ameh di nagari urang, hujan batu di nagari kito, kampuang halaman takanaju. Yet the golden rain hurts the longing soul, and I will not omit the fidelity, distinction that speaks the truth of homecoming. Oke, mungkin untuk sedikit memperjelas bagaimana multilingualism kemudian menggambarkan dan memunculkan identitas poetik praktis saya. Terima kasih. Saya kira terlalu banyak yang kayak waktunya sudah habis ini. So saya sampai pada conclusion. Conclusionnya saya juga tulis dalam bentuk puisi. Yeah. So how the dry land never been cultivated before. Rain it with your advanced second language. Dig at the memory and your life stories. Examine but don't steal the tractor from the green field of another poet. Jadi cari identitas Anda sendiri. Planted the seed of consistency and persistency. Stick it, your identity and your authenticity. Don't pull them out. The wild grass of foreigners and oddity. Bahkan seorang pembaca boleh mengaccuse Anda aneh. Anda menjadi foreign dan Anda menjadi aneh, but don't pull them out. Yeah, nourish it, multilingualism, the new recipe of your English words. Repeal the sounds of a nagging crowd that might whisper the hard life of abroad. Yeah, eventually repeat your true rice field of a poetry collection. Sedikit saja dari saya bercerita sore ini tentang my creative practice as a second language poetry, bahwa multilingualism is the core key for you to achieve your poetic identity. Terima kasih, saya kembalikan ke moderator.